This doesn't work as an excuse with people who also
Work.
are at doing more things.
Well, yeah, it really doesn't. Okay. So,
Oh my God. So Sunday, Winchester.
if we're going, get in the car.
Fair. Just kidnap me. It's fine.
Okay, we'll snatch you.
Yeah.
Put a bag over your head and you're like, by the way, we're at Griffith Park.
Every time.
Make it a real experience, start to finish.
We'll duct tape your hands.
Don't even. Because now it's a challenge.
Yeah, you just made it a game.
We will go to the house. I will hood you. Tell your mom goodbye. And we didn't get in the car.
What's your mom's first name?
I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay.
It's just a first name.
So?
Hi, Rachel's mom.
It's my mom. She's just mom.
Okay,
Okay.
bye, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mrs. Mom.
Mrs. Rachel, Mom.
This is Rachel's mom.
And Potato.
Oh,
Oh.
and the dog.
And the
Yeah,
dog.
she has a pug.
Okay, so Sunday, Winchester Mystery House's 100th anniversary. We'll be doing a panel. Can't say I know too much about that. However, it's its 100th anniversary, so it's fun and spooky, and you guys should check it out.
We need to go. Somebody needs to go.
We gotta go.
Somebody
We gotta
needs to
frickin'
go
go.
because sometimes they give away free stuff. These panels are huge, guys, and free things do get thrown out to the audience sometimes.
Every so often.
Especially 13th Floor Entertainment. Sometimes they'll release free tickets.
Yep.
Fright Fest. They're going to be doing a panel. Now, I did Scream Break, and that was actually a very fun experience. I would be interested in checking out Fright Fest. And I actually live closer to Six Flags now than I do to any other park. So
That's a fact.
it won't be too long. It only takes 30 minutes to get Six Flags from my place. Halloween Horror Nights, we'll be doing a panel. That would be the final panel of the night.
Oh, guess what? The show floor is going to be empty again.
It'll be empty and it'll be packed, so be prepared. They're going to, of course, announce some things. They're going to walk you through a maze. John Brady's going to tell you how much he loved monsters as a kid. And then he's going to go through his whole life story until we get to the goods.
It's so true.
All right.
So true. Oh my God.
So
You said that so nonchalant
I
too.
was going to tell you how much you love monsters. But he did bring Slash last year.
he brought Slash, and usually he likes to try to bring a guest and give you some samples of what to expect.
Were you at the panel last year?
I'm at the panel every year.
What was the energy when Slash walked into the room and he was talking about?
It was cool, and I like hearing how much of a fan he is, and honestly, his music for The Bride,
Amazing.
loved it. There's a lot of passion behind it, so I'm really hoping that in some way, shape, or form we can get him back to do another original house. Wouldn't that be cool if he did music for Creature from the Black Lagoon? Anyway.
Hey, Mike, do you really want a Creature from the Black Lagoon house?
I really want a Creature from the Black Lagoon house.
Would you rather, if you had to choose one, there's a gun pointed at both of their heads.
Creature from the Black Lagoon, Last of Us can go away.
Oh!
I said what I said, I stand.
He didn't blink.
No!
He's maintaining eye contact.
You didn't even say the rest
You didn't
of
even
it.
finish.
I did it. He already knew.
He knew.
He knew.
I want a creature.
That is passion right there.
Eye switching and everything.
He just wants love.
I get it.
He deserves love.
He tried.
I love the Gilman suit.
He should have went the Shape of Water route. That goes a little smoother.
Well, you know what? That's exactly...
He trimmed down.
Yeah.
That's exactly why Guillermo del Toro made that movie. Because he was like, well, I want a creature to get the girl. So he made that movie.
Nice.
One Best Picture. Anyway, Getting Frights right for everyone. Accessibility and horror will be out on Saturday.
We're going to talk about that really quick, though.
Yeah, talk about it.
Because someone that we all know is going to be part of that panel.
Oh, really?
And she is very passionate about making these events accessible to everyone. She's fluent in sign language. It's Pasta. She's our boss. She is like the one who runs Scary Farm for us. She is like our mother. She has to put up with all of us assholes for the entire
For 26
run.
nights.
But has so much to give and so much to say about making it for everybody. And making sure that anyone that walks through those gates experiences it in a way that's going to be entertaining for them. So I think this panel is going to be particularly important, especially in today's environment and everything, because everyone's being a dick about everything. And this is one thing that I think everyone can agree on. Like, this genre, this community is for everybody.
It is.
And any way that it can be for everyone, we should make efforts to do so.
Yeah. And I think it's a testament to like a lot of companies, a lot of experiences are trying to be accessible. Even video games, you know that some video games are like have accessibility for blind people. Who would have thought that was even possible?
Right.
but it's
Yo,
incredible.
I went into the God of War menu and went, oh my god, look at all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have like an option where like for blind people they have like an audio like you're now walking down a hallway. The hallway looks like this, and like
that's
people
amazing.
Can play,
That's really cool.
People can play the game.
I love that.
I've also seen the accommodations for people who don't have the use of their hands, and they have the mouthpieces. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And they also have some people who are colorblind. You can turn on like colorblind mode.
That's right.
And there's like it only does specific colors to help bring out like it's incredible what they do now.
which has also been great because there's certain puzzle games that are like color oriented. So they're like, hey, at the beginning, if you're colorblind,
They'll put symbols on it.
they'll put symbols instead.
What a time to be alive, and I think that's
Nice.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Walt Disney Studios, Happy Haunts Materialize. It's going to be a behind the scenes of Disney's Haunted Mansion.
Oh.
We believe it said it'll be about the new movie. But it is about the new movie.
It's about the new movie.
Makes
That's why I'm
sense.
excited.
When I wrote this, I wasn't exactly sure. So yes,
Yeah.
it is about the movie.
And then also, I don't know where this falls along with, but it's voices of horror video games.
Yeah, so they're going to have different voice actors from different horror games. Like, I think the guy that... I don't remember exactly who it is. I didn't look all the way through because I was writing this in a hurry. I'm really sorry. I was being lazy. This was right before we went for Yosemite. That's why I didn't do it. But I believe they're going to have people from the new Silent Hill game. I think one of the daughters of Lady Dimitrescu is going to be there.
She's gonna be at Midsummer.
I don't know if she's doing...
They were
I know,
already
but I
there
don't know if she's
last year.
part of the panel. I think one of the
Right.
daughter's
Yeah.
voices is
Yeah.
going to be there.
Stupid
I know, like,
man
stupid
thing.
man thing.
Yeah.
I think Freddy Fazbear from the newer games is going to be there. Also,
I'm
hey
so
guys, we're going to
excited
go
for
see
that.
Five Nights at Freddy's. We're totally those people.
Oh yeah, we are.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
even going.
I don't care.
I'm
I
all
want to see
like,
it. And guess what? I believe Universal produced that.
Yeah, and I think that was one of the predictions that was on like a speculation map. I don't know if it's going to happen this year
That would
because
be
it releases.
wild.
Five
It
Nights at
releases in
Freddy's-
October.
If Five Nights at Freddy's ends up being announced, that is the main IP. That is the IP
You think
that
so?
kids
Yeah.
are going to be asking their parents, I want to go to Halloween Horror Nights because Five Nights at Freddy's is there.
I think next year because
Yeah,
it would
I think
be.
next year,
I
too.
don't think having the house come out while the movie hasn't come out yet. That would be a mistake.
But they've done that before.
Yeah, they have.
That's
They have done it before.
weird to me.
Yeah.
I think because it's not that it's going to spoil the whole thing, but you
No.
know more what to expect.
But you can
in terms
base
of design.
it. Yeah, you could base it more on the video game, though. I mean, it's Freddy Fazbear's
That's
Pizzeria. You know, you going through it, you're just in that environment
Yeah.
without giving away whatever the movie's about, which is probably about animatronics trying to kill you.
Which in itself is terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, this is not a complete lineup of what panels are doing. There's a ton more, and I did not get to them, and some things have been announced since I wrote this script. Plan your day out. I believe that they have an app where you can pick and choose, and it'll kind of help you set stuff up.
Midsummer Scream app.
Yeah, but
Legit, literally.
legit, guys, if you want to go to especially these theme park panels, you need to be in line early. They are going to be packed, especially Knott's and Horror Nights.
Yep.
And you, as someone that literally has to go to all these panels, what does the line look like?
Oh, it's redonkulous.
Yeah.
Redonkulous. So get ready. A final thing. So obviously we have the main show floor, which is all the vendor booths and all that, and there's a lot of great merchandise. That is not a place to miss. Obviously, that's kind of like the main attraction for this. But there's also a separate area, for those of you guys that know, called Hall of Shadows, and that's mainly where they have home haunts set up their little, like a sample of what they can do. And don't expect 3-minute long mazes. Expect like a little short maze, but they're always fun to go through. Something that was announced is Straight to Hale. This is an unhinged experience at the Winchester Mystery House. It's the second appearance on the Hall of Shadows and the first time Midsummer has hosted a professionally sponsored home haunt. So that is exciting news.
The fact that the Winchester Mystery House is doing anything in the Hall of Shadows,
Right.
we gotta do it.
Right.
We have to.
Now, have you all done the tour at the actual?
Nope.
You haven't.
Never
Okay,
did the tour.
Oh,
I have.
Is it as
please
bizarre
take the
as-
floor.
Okay, so there's multiple different tours that you could do at the Winchester House. There's I don't think we did the haunted tour, which is a separate one. You actually go, I believe, down into the basement level. I just remember seeing people with headlamps on when they're about to go down there. So I assume it's very, very spooktacular. I just did the regular tour, and even that, was very, very fascinating because, as I think most people know, there's doors that lead to nowhere. There's stairs that dead end, hallways that dead end. And the layout of the house, I think they were talking about even one of the tour guides was wandering around and got lost because if you're there by yourself, it's very difficult to navigate. So it's very exciting that they're doing
The
something
ghost ones,
in
I'm
Midsummer.
assuming, are only at night.
No, because they go down where it's like dark.
Oh,
there's like I think there's like a
spooky.
basement level that they explore as part of that.
Spooky.
We got to do it because that's a year-round thing too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's year round.
Yeah, it's year round.
Guys.
They're doing way more stuff.
We got to go do the Mr.
Let's-
We have to do it.
we can
We've been
drive up
talking
to
about it for
San Jose.
years.
It's not that far.
No, it's like 6 hours.
I
Yeah, we can do
actually did that tour and then came to Not Scary Farm orientation like that day.
And you think we're crazy for doing a turnaround trip to Yosemite? You literally did the same thing.
I didn't do a hike.
That's fair.
I didn't do a
You did 11-mile
13.
hike. That's
fair.
No,
That's fair. You didn't do
I
13
walked
miles.
around a spooky house and then was in a car for a few hours.
Okay, that's fair.
I also had 8 hours of sleep.
We did not.
Facts.
There was one more haunt that was announced for the Hall of Shadows, and that was the Santa Ana haunt. It's called Unseen. I think the Hall of Shadows is going to be really stacked this year.
It's going to be stacked, and
Sounds
it's
like
going
it.
to be
Plus
open
the third night.
Friday night.
So that means, you guys, if you get all of the Hall of Shadows thing out of the way on Friday, you have all day Saturday and Sunday to just relax, do panels, shop around. Because let me tell you something, Hall of Shadows is insanity on a Saturday and a Sunday, even if you have the pass.
Yep.
Well, plus they have
'Cause
the
you have-
slider shows.
Yeah. 'cause now
Yes,
you have
so
the slider
the
show.
only night they're not doing the slider show is Friday. So if you hit up the Hall of Shadows on Friday, and then you go pick what decade show you want to do, walk in there, walk out.
You know, and I think that's probably the best
Yeah.
way to go about it. Bring
If
money.
you can get all of your
Bring money.
most of your shopping done on Friday and knock out the Hall of Shadows and not worry about anything else and just do panels Saturday and Sunday, you are gold.
Golden Pony Boy.
And
agree.
I think it's going to be a busy year again.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well, in total. Oh, and there's one last thing before we wrap up this podcast. I think we're doing good on time.
We're doing
here.
great.
GTA.
Ghost Town Alive, Rachel.
How
oh my
is
God.
it going? What are you allowed to talk about?
Yeah, what are you?
Well, let's go over what GTA is first of all. We're not talking about Grand Theft Auto. We're talking about Ghost Town Alive.
Well, guys, we're announcing Grand Theft Auto 6 exclusively here. PS5. Rachel made the game.
I made it all.
Everyone's
I
a
produced it.
redhead.
I did. Yeah, everyone's a redhead. You have no choice. So Ghost Town Alive is at Knott's Berry Farm. It is an immersive theater event. So for those of you who don't know, it's not on a stage. It's not a fully scripted production. Most of it is improv. And all of those little peek-ins that everyone loves in Ghost Town, the sheriff's office, the post office, we now have actors portraying those characters. And the biggest part is there's a storyline, there's something that happens throughout the day, and there are scripted moments. But for the most part, it's about guests coming in. You get to talk to us, you get to interact with us, and you are the main character. You are the star of this production. And we are all just NPCs living in a world, and we desperately, desperately need your help with whatever we're having problems with. You are the only person who can solve our issues because we don't know what we're doing with our lives.
I have Vapor Rod.
I love it.
Does this cure whatever you have? You're cured.
Maybe. I mean, that could be a solution to something.
One of the
I
monsters is
think
sick.
you
Yeah.
saying that you as the actors are the NPCs and the guests are the main character is the best way to describe GTA.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times when I'm talking about this show, not a lot of people, even my very dear close friends, they came the other weekend and they were like, Rachel, we didn't know this is what it was like. We didn't know we could interact to this level. We didn't know we could affect the story. And we're like, yes, because you're the character. You come up with the solutions to our problems. And as long as it's within reason, we're going to follow through on that. And we're going to make that the biggest moment, the most important thing that has happened, is because you helped us out.
Yeah.
To
I
the
think
point
it's
where, like, your name
incredible.
can end up in the paper during the day. We got arrested with you. Thanks
Yes, you
for
did.
that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We got thrown in jail 5 minutes into going into the park.
They helped me commit a crime.
Well,
There was littering.
exciting.
There was a gun made out of soap.
Yeah, there was a
no
lavender
indecent
gun.
exposure, I bet.
No, but there was like child labor.
Child labor. Impersonating the shit, like, bad. We're criminals.
Love it.
The Calico.
But, you know,
Calico
with
Cougars.
love in our hearts, we're not bad, we're just misunderstood.
Do you know what I loved, Mike? We walked in the gates. We're walking through Ghost Town. It's Fog Alley. This is Bree and I's home, right? And we hear, "Oh, I was waiting for you!" And here comes Thelma running out of the dress shop,
You're like, okay.
wrapping us up into some whatever
And
we
we
did.
had Riley with us, and I'm like, Riley is in jail. This
Yep,
sweet little
the
girl's
dog
in
got
jail.
arrested too.
She was our attack dog. We needed
Unregistered
her.
attack dog.
Yes, unregistered attack dog.
I love it.
So, if you guys get the chance to go out, Ghost Town Alive is a lot of fun, and I feel like what you put into it is what you're going to get out of, but also, sometimes you get roped into things, and then you get thrown in jail in the first 5 minutes.
Yes.
And then your boss goes, "Where are you?"
In jail.
It's on the text message.
And she knew exactly where we were.
Yep.
So, I don't really want to do spoilers for the storyline.
Well, about the story, this is what I could say. Every year, the story is different. So every GTA year, it is Founders Day. And even though every day is Founders Day, it's kind of like deja vu. Similar things happen every day, but they're always different depending on who we're interacting with and what prompts, the guests give us. In terms of the overall story, there's certain things that always happen. There's robberies always occur. Crime is rampant in Calico. We have several bandit gangs that come through town, so it's just to be expected. And you could either help them commit these crimes, or you could thwart them by helping out the sheriff's office. There's an election of some sort, so you could vote for who you want to become a new elected official. Or you could vote for maybe the bad guy. Maybe it doesn't have to be always a nice, wonderful townsfolk. Maybe it is a member of the Mayfield gang.
I vote Deadeye Jackson.
Now that I would love to see.
I would love to see him
I would
become
love to
like
see
a
that.
mayor or some
Yes.
weird elected official. It would be so weird.
But sometimes that happens. Sometimes someone who you would never expect gets to be the mayor or run the post office because a guest decides to make it a law that only bandits could run the post office. So then for, 20 minutes, maybe Deadeye Jackson will be in there running the post office.
Oh my god.
Be great.
If you want to make that happen, it's entirely possible.
Well, I
love
have
it.
a pass, so maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. So, one last thing about GTA before we get to our final question. If you had to choose a day to go, my recommendation would be to go the last day.
Yes.
Last day.
Go the last day.
There's something about the last day. It's kind of our official day. Whatever happens on that day is what carries on the storyline into future years of the show. And there's always some sort of twist that happens. And whatever it is, we get to announce things at the hoedown and make it official. So it is... I recommend that day as well to be the day that you go. Because
Last year there was a whole freaking stagecoach in the
Yes.
middle of Calico Square.
Love it.
Like a 4-6 horse team stagecoach.
Do you know what I love about the last day of GTA though? Not only is it like just fantastical, like that you go through that, but then all the townspeople, when I was talking to them last year, they pack their shit, they leave, and then
Scary Farm happens.
the fog machines get
Fog-
pushed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
It is. I do love that. I love that
It's
it's
that
like,
transition.
okay, we don't want to be part of this. Bye.
yeah, all the townsfolk just pack up and go, we're out, and we're like, why?
And they don't
Fuck.
really say nothing. And it's because Sarah Marshall season is coming by.
Yeah.
Yep.
The fog rolls in and we got to get out of town lickety-split.
Yep.
All right.
Also love the fact, say Founders Day.
Founders Day?
Yeah, they're I could hear Miss Thelma
Miss Thelma.
every
Founders
now and
Day.
then.
Happy Founders Day!
All right.
I can't do my accent.
This
outside
is-
of costume.
You did.
You did. You just did it. All right. So we always wrap up our podcast with like some question. Last time we kind of did like character questions about with all of us. This one's going to be a different type of character question. What has been your favorite D&D class to play, and have you had a favorite character that you've played within a tabletop RPG game so far? Anyone may feel free to jump in as they see fit.
I know. I like being a ranger. Chaotic good. I love the chaos. And my favorite character I've played so far has to be Vice Tumul Anai.
Vice is one of my favorite characters across the board.
Really?
Yes.
Thanks.
Yes. Because all I can imagine is this like 3-foot sand cat who has just a heart of gold, but will absolutely be a cat.
Yeah.
Like every time for our home game, guys, every time we would go to bed, this fucking cat is like putting all of his weight on your chest and like making biscuits and then putting his ass in your face.
He's just a little bit mischievous because I think all cats are a little bit mischievous.
Yeah.
Like there's a certain
love
aloofness about Vice, but there's also like a no filter about Vice.
Yeah.
Do you remember like one of the first games we played, Mike? You're like, "Excuse me, busty women, where are the angry beavers?" What? Who the fuck says shit like that? Mike does as his character.
I love derailing campaigns. It's so much fun.
It is so much fun, and everyone needs a mic at their table.
Oh, thank you. That's so sweet of you guys.
Yeah, everyone needs a mic at their table because you make it so much fun. There was also another character that you played. It was Billingsley, whatever his face during the
an
Krampus
elf?
game.
Yeah.
Because I just threw a character sheet at you, and you rolled with it. And I was like, "Hey, Mike, Rachel, your guys' characters are like best friends."
Yeah.
And you guys just fucking clicked and went with it, and it was just so good.
It was so funny.
It was so funny.
Especially because I had been playing like this uptight guy, and then to go and play this crazy cheddar.
Cheddar.
Yeah, that was fun. It was fun to vibe with you on that.
That was a good time. That was a good time. I always have fun, and like D&D is becoming very much like, I don't know. I love playing. I love role playing. It's so much fun.
It is.
I love having you at the table so that you can ruin everything. I literally do. Like when you were playing with us consistently, I would literally write something going, "This is gonna get ruined," and I fucking can't wait. Do your worst, Michael.
Like, so what was that one thing? We were all at like a dinner table, and like the situation called for us to be very subtle.
2 truths and a lie.
Yeah, and I was like, so let's play 2 truths and a lie. And like the truths were like, okay, one, you did this.
That.
B, you did this. Yeah, and
Your 2 truths and a lie. You were not playing with us at this point, but let me tell you, when Mike has the ability to skip 8 chapters ahead, he did it.
Yeah, he was like the whole.
We had this whole
plot
arc
just gone
in one question.
Because he's all like, "Are you an arms dealer?"
Vices have a filter.
It's so good. It's so good.
Anyways.
All right.
Actually, oh man, my favorite D&D class to play actually would probably be. It's like a close between a rogue or a cleric.
Mm-hmm. Both great classes.
Both great classes. So many things you can do as a rogue, but there's so many things you can do as a cleric. You don't have to go a good route as a cleric. You don't have to always be healing all the time. They have some pretty nasty.
And they have the most subclasses out of anything that you can play.
And the favorite character I've played so far, probably, I'd say probably Atreyu.
Atreyu?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good kid.
He's a good kid. He's got some struggles right now, though. I wanted to keep him just this apple pie good kid, and that is just, I'm finding and it's just not happening. Like
that's character growth, though. That's a lot of development.
It is.
He's also 12.
He is.
It's a lot of big feelings.
True.
Rachel.
I would say it's hard to narrow it down. I love paladins. I like being able to hit something and then just put a million smites into it is fantastic. Plus upholding some sort of
it's like a passive ability.
Yeah, it's a passive ability, but also you have some sort of, you're upholding something, some creed that is very important to you. And I also think either maintaining or breaking that creed is very fascinating to me. I love playing characters that are secretly struggling with, like, new abilities, and they're like, I don't know where these came from, I don't know what's going on, or they're just not aware about an aspect of themselves. I find that very fascinating. So I love paladins, and then after that it would probably be rogues and wizards. My favorite... I have two favorite characters.
That's fine, you can have two.
One is Nikolai Mercantilin, because he's just a little shit, and I love him so much. He's a trickster rogue. He's a goblin trickster rogue, and he's a coward, and he doesn't want to fight. He'll just throw pocket sand in your face to blind you and just run away, and then maybe shoot you with a crossbow.
So he's smart.
Yeah.
He's just
really smart, yeah.
He acts like he has, like, he knows everything, and then he'll be like, oh yeah, no, and then as soon as someone threatens him, he's like, no, whatever you want, no, boss, sir, it's fine, I didn't do it, no, it was that. Okay, yeah, please don't kill me.
He's a weasel.
He's just a little weasel. In The Mummy, he would be Benny.
Oh my god.
He is Benny. O'Connell, think of my children. You don't have any children. I might someday. That is Nikolai. And then my other would be Adrastos.
Oh, fuck him.
Screw that guy.
And that's why I love him, for that reaction.
I don't think I've actually said this, like, for the public to say. I know I've said it to you a lot. As a player, Adrastos is the fucking worst. Like, just, ew. As a dungeon master and a game master, like someone who's actually helping write this campaign, I love him. I love him so, because I can just go into Discord and be like, hey Rachel, what do you think about this? Do you want to do this? And you're like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, yes, you are my plot weapon.
I am,
And I love it. My favorite D&D class, I'm a barbarian main. I absolutely love everything about barbarians, but there is something about clerics that I cannot get enough of, because they are so versatile. And you can either, I'm not saying that they're the main character, they're usually not. I mean, no one's the main character, but if you understand what I'm saying, they're not the ones that are slinging these huge spells most of the time, but when they do, oh, it hurts.
Yeah.
They can help or hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ability to bane or boon somebody
Yeah.
is phenomenal. And when it hits hard.
Hashtag blessed.
Literally, hashtag blessed.
Blessed.
My favorite character that I've played, I love Akaya, but there is something about Crete that I absolutely adore. Crete Tavros is my boy, and I love him so much, and he's a Minotaur.
He's a Minotaur.
That's why his name is Crete Tavros.
All right.
I miss him.
I know.
I want to play him again.
We shall.
Okay, great. I think that's it.
That is it. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you guys have any comments, please leave them down below. We do read all of them. And for that, what should we say, Mike?
We should say, bye, see you in the fog. Ooh, spooky season's here. Hold on to your dookie. It's about to get spooky.
We out.
Okay, bye.